started here 14 months ago, and I'm still here. Like the Twilight Zone. You remember
How did
the
it go
Twilight
last
Zone?
night?
Very good.
Is this all you've ever wanted to do, you know, be a rock star?
I wanted to be an interviewer, actually.
Oh, yeah, you lick
I wanted to be a singer in a rock band, sure.
Yeah, from what age?
Oh boy, maybe 13.
And was it solely the sort of music that you're playing now
Sure.
that you always wanted to play?
Well, you know, I guess there's a little variation. I mean, I've played everything from Motown to, you know, harder rock stuff that is night and day, but, you know, it's all been rock and roll with me, yeah.
And that's your favourite type of music?
Oh, sure.
Like, yeah. I've always wanted to know this, right? What do rock stars do all day from when they get up in the morning? What do you do?
I got up at 2 only because I knew you were waiting down here, or I would have slept until 3. Dublin's a strange city for me because I have a friend here that gets me in far too much trouble, and I try to hide from him, but he figures out my alias and he comes and he makes me go out with him. And that's why I sound like a frog is in my throat today.
He forces you to socialise, yeah?
Well, we socialize, all right, you know. But we have a good time, and, you know, it gets boring, to tell you the truth. You know, I mean, you know, the other 22 hours of the day are pretty miserable. You know, it's just the 2 hours of being on stage that are so great.
I don't believe you.
Well,
it couldn't be.
There's nothing to do, you see. You sit in a hotel room, get to know the room service guy real well. You know?
A lot of bands nowadays taking up social issues, you know, like green issues and anti-drugs and that sort of thing. So do you think that the image of rock bands is changing now? Instead of that chicken head biting type people, you know?
Ozzy was right next to me in Russia.
Are you getting a
I don't know.
image?
I mean, it's sort of going back to the 60s feel, maybe. But I think everybody's realizing how screwed up the world is, and so if rock music can help it, you know, Geldof, I guess, reminded a lot of people that rock and roll was a strong medium, and it could reach a lot of people.
Do you think that then people like yourself have a responsibility to do that sort of thing?
I'm an entertainer. That's how I look at what I do. I'm simply a singer in a rock band. If I'm asked to be involved in a cause, and if I think that I could lend my name to it in a positive way, I'll do it, but I don't feel any responsibility to have to do it, and I don't preach when I'm on the stage about it. For me, it doesn't work. You know, for other people, it works very well when people believe in it.
So first and foremost, it's the music.
Yeah, I don't use the stage as a podium for my social or political beliefs. I don't think it's the place.
Bon Jovi have released 4 albums now, all of them bestsellers, and there's not a bummer amongst them. How do you account for this?
Touring. One thing's touring. We've always toured. From the first album, you know, we were out here in Europe. You know, when big American bands, you know, even though they were very successful stateside, never even bothered coming to Europe, let alone Australia, New Zealand, South America. You know, we go to Uruguay. We're not afraid. You got electricity, we're on the way. If you don't have electricity, just tell me far enough in advance, I'll bring an extension cord. You know, I mean, so we've toured, and I think that because of that, we're in your face, you know what I mean? We've been to Dublin twice on one tour, things like that. We're not afraid to come back.
Have you got any ambitions left?
This hasn't really ever been my stepping stone to an acting career or a political career. This is what I wanted to do. So, you know, that old thing that Jagger says, I won't sing Satisfaction at 40. I have no problem with that, you know, I can handle that, you know.
So that
this is
still
it, you know
solely
what I mean?
the music.
Sure, I enjoy doing. We've been writing a lot for other people. You know, that's always fun for me. Working with the baby bands keeps me, you know, in the studio and keeps me happy. But it's all based around Bon Jovi.
Right. And you were very much like the band of the 80s. Like, do you think you will be able to maintain it into the 90s?
Fingers crossed, you know. I don't think that the 7-Eleven wants me to be working the soda machine there, you know, and saying, can I get you change? So
You're very popular.
Yeah, it would be a
Unfortunately,
popular
that's
7-Eleven for about a week.
It's also said, though, that the 80s was a bit of a non-event musically. It didn't produce anything like on the level of, say, punk during the 70s or glam rock.
Oh,
and all
rap
that sort of
came
thing.
around. Rap, you know, I thought did well. There was the reintroduction of the songwriter, the Melissa Etheridges and the poets, and, you know, getting back a little to the acoustic feel. The 80s gave you Madonna and the
Kylie Minogue.
rise
Don't
and
forget
the rise
Kylie
of
Minogue.
Kylie Minogue. You know, I mean, U2 and Prince and Michael Jackson. You know, really exploded in the '80s. I think that's wrong. You know, I think.
So what's next after this tour? Then you going back into the studio for another album?
I'll be in the studio all year, working on several projects. So '90 is pretty much booked up.